Welcome to the BOOTCAMP of death. You're trapped now. It's always great to see the boys in person. Obviously, we were with Enzo last event, so we got to know him a little bit, but good to see him again. And Alpha, we haven't met before, so it's good to see what the youngsters got to. He's just a massive troll, so like in real life, I'm sure he's going to keep trolling me, but we'll see.
I'd say generally the kind of routine that I have is preparation. So it's not as kind of like this niche thing, but it's very important. Every day is trying to add one extra thing or refine the things that we already have each scrim. And then normally like the day before, I start anti-strats. And that's just me watching the enemy team's VODs, seeing how they play each map. I don't necessarily have any counters to them, but I know what they're doing. So I'm able to kind of on the fly create that counter. Or I think about like, oh, they're gonna be kind of weak here maybe. Or if they're doing this, this is definitely weak. And it's just kind of, that's kind of how I think and how I kind of prepare. As for kind of anything else, it's just about having a good sleep, having a good breakfast, and making sure I do some exercise before we go on stage.
What's your favorite song? Mine, though.
Those three words, but name got us. Would not believe your eyes. 10 million fireflies.
Let me just listen to this song. The 4-part harmonies. Sheesh.
I think for us, the main thing we were focused on in terms of preparation for this event was rest, because the season is just so nonstop. Especially if you're a good team like we are, you really don't get much time to rest. You are always playing, you're always competing. You know, when we finish Masters here, when we make champions, like we'll maybe have like 2 weeks maybe before we have to go immediately into a boot camp for champions. So it's nonstop. The season's really nonstop, and so I think rest and recuperation is something that Marcus has been talking about a lot recently, and I think it's going to be really key.
So a day of boot camp for us is we start out by having breakfast around 9:30, and then after that we have a little time window where we either do some media, or the boys can go and grab maybe some more sleep or just relax. Maybe they can go to the gym if they want to in the morning. After that we have some server time where we discuss a lot of things in game that we have to focus on during the day and what we need to practice. And yeah, then we do some warm-up together, and then we basically play a block of 4 scrims with a little break in between where we also do a little bit of physical activity. Okay, let's go. 10 jumping jacks. 10 jumping jacks. Let's show them how things are done here. 5 call out. And then we round off with some VOD review where we just look through the games that we played, talk a lot about how did it go, what did we learn, like what do we need to improve on.
Smokes, and you just keep aiming constantly smoked, like we did against when I was in the frenzy, but Enzo just happened to have the orb, so he threw it for me.
In my head, I'm like, the way they macroed it out feels fairly strong.
And we usually just end off with some stretching to finish off the practice, just to get a good end of the day.
Where's Mini? Mini is chilling.
I'm trying really hard back here.
And then we have some team dinner. Sometimes people prefer to go to the gym after we've eaten, and sometimes we would also do some activities outside, sports activities, just being together before we hit the pillow.
I wake up, I go shower, I get breakfast, then I go on PC, I get some lineups done, and then I just chill out a little bit, getting ready for practice. Then we have like 6-7 hours of practice, and then here we go again. I just eat and play again in the evening. Doing a lot of sports is always going to help you, because all that frustration that the game could give you will easily go away because of sport, just taking care of your body. Always try to have a clear mind and focus on winning. Having access to L'Oréal Men Expert products this year it's been great, because if you're fresh, you're going to be ready, you're going to be confident, you know?
So it's really important to feel prepared outside of the game, because our schedule is quite gruesome sometimes. Like, we've had a very long season so far, and now we've got to come to Copenhagen, and it's not a holiday, this is like work for us still. So making sure that the boys are fit and healthy, both like physically and mentally, means that they're prepared for that tough grind.
Welcome to my humble abode. Come on in. It's just a hotel room. So yeah, this is pretty much where we stay when we come to events, in random hotel rooms. I actually haven't unpacked anything yet because we're en route to the Riot Hotel today, and we were just boot camping in Copenhagen before. So normally I unpack everything, get stuff hung up, but today I'm living out of my suitcase. A lot of the action happens in the gaming room, wherever that is. Let some light in, you know, vitamin D, as we call it. My face is dry, so now I'm going to put some moisturizer on it. And then I also need to brush my teeth. When I'm at home, I actually have to make my own breakfast. But when I'm at boot camp or in a hotel, breakfast is made for me, so that's really nice. But I normally wake up later, make my breakfast, go straight into practice with the boys. But here I can wake up, because breakfast would be closed if I woke up at a normal time. And then I'll go to the gym then, so then I have more time in the evening to like prep. I'm really good, really confident. I'm actually happy that we have a few extra days to prep, because we've kind of forgotten a few bits and bobs over our little kind of 6-day break. So it's nice to kind of remind ourselves, and we've changed comps, whether it's just one agent or, well actually, we've changed comps, mainly it's just one agent. So it's just about kind of getting the players who have switched, like Alfajer on Ascent or me on Fracture, getting used to those agents. So it's really nice to kind of have those few extra days for preparation. I'll make sure I spray actually, otherwise Minnie's gonna be complaining that I stink. That'll last me 48 hours. Now let's go to the scrim room. We're ready. Yeah, peace out.
So I think a challenge our team faces is that we've got a team full of players who just simply want to win all the time.
We're a victim of our own success a little bit, in that we've played so well and we've been doing so well and we haven't lost a game, so it's right for them to expect a lot of things from us. So
Go slow. In smoke. Going left. Has to plant. Okay. I have to shot deep.
Astra's on A. Just knife close, Mistic. Okay, then we go.
I'm ready.
Knife now.
Ready.
Flashing the garden.
Garden.
Ready. One default. Green clear. Kaboom me.
Flashing backside. Yeah, come back then. I'm holding the gun. I'd say I'm feeling pretty confident coming into this tournament. We're riding off a win, which is really nice, and teams should be scared of us, which is also nice, because Derke is always going to be confident, so if he's swinging into them and they're playing scared, he's definitely going to take advantage of that. And I'd just say generally, like, just being in the playoff stages gives us that kind of extra prep, and we're a team that kind of thrives on preparation, so it only benefits us more. We wanted to set habits that trick the brain into like, yo, we're playing, and like get us kind of thinking about the game, because when you're just sitting there, you're not really thinking, but when you're doing this, you're kind of going over rounds in your head, you're thinking about kind of like, oh, this is stretching me, but you're actually thinking like, about to play a game.
Mistic, the warm-up, or where you talking in the chat?
Wrists out, hands up when you've done the shoulders.
If they're ready, we can start. He was zooming on the finger waves and like, no. I'm not good at finger waves. For this tournament, I'm feeling good. I know I can bring a lot to the team, both on the server and outside of it. As a team, right now, we are improving what we can do in our map pool, like maybe changing the comps a little bit, trying to find more reactions, more protocols, more plays, more ways to finish on the attacking side, more ways to react or defend on the defensive side, like setups and stuff. So we work on all these things so that when we are on the server, we are ready to play and we have nothing else to focus on. It's like everything is ready. Right now practice is going pretty well, so I can't wait to be on stage and play.
No, I mean, I think we're going to win every game. I don't think we're going to lose a game. I think we're going to win the whole tournament. But I think it's a really loaded tournament. There's so many good teams. I think there's probably 3 or 4 teams that we're looking at that could probably easily win the tournament along with us. Paper X, Loud, Optic, these types of teams. As long as we have our routines and our preparation, then we'll be able to handle whatever is thrown at us.
How are you meant to get up? Trying to follow Boaster. Like, I'm too small for this. Big boy Troy, follow me. Now he's stuck.
That looks like it hurts.
It's close. Holy shit. We have to climb up here then. Climb up there. What is this?
It would be sick to play in front of a crowd, I think. The biggest crowd I've played in front of is like, I don't know, 50 non-enthusiastic crowd members in I-Series years ago. So it'd be fun to kind of actually have crowds screaming our name, maybe. I don't know if crowds will, I've never actually experienced it. So I have a feeling the crowds could be on our side. So it'd be kind of sick hearing them scream. Although I don't know, like, are we gonna be able to even hear the game? Like, I don't even know what's gonna go on. I'm gonna be like, yo, shut up everyone. I can't hear any footsteps. Were they on the bomb? I can't hear it. So, yeah, I mean, it's gonna be sick. I wanna do some like, Queen. And then, ayo, ayo, ayo. And then everyone, ayo, ayo.
As a coach, I now get to experience that, which is kind of cool. So I'm sure that Boaster will be out in full force doing his usual stuff, and there'll be a bit more energy from the crowd back to him.
When you play on stage, you have more pressure around you, yeah? So that pressure might change your behavior in-game. You might do things a little bit faster, a little bit slower. You need setups, you need plays to rely on. And all that I've learned from Masters 1, I am going to apply it here at Masters 2 on stage. So it's all about being in that bubble with your team and focusing on how to win the round. That's pretty much it.
I think the difference between stage 1 and stage 2 is that in stage 1, we were more relieved that kind of qualifying for the Masters. We're like, oh, okay, we made it, and then we just lose to G2 and FPX, thinking, because we were like, oh, we made it, we can kind of relax and just focus on the Masters event. Whereas this time in season 2, we qualified. But this time we were like, it's not over yet. We want to win it. We want to kind of keep this momentum. We want to keep. It's just a different mentality. We had more of a winner's mentality than just a qualifying mentality, and I think that was the difference maker. And I think that's going to be the difference maker for this event as well. And hopefully having a full roster.